it's tough to do this job, and for her to come up and do this, it's very, very important to us and to you. Please get your hands clapping for Miss Corinne.
Familiar faces. It has been a little over a year actually since I've been on stage, but I'm actually so excited because it's like people, familiar faces. If you've seen me shuffling around and like stepping over my own feet, I'm not drunk. I have not been drinking. I had brain surgery a few years ago, so I have little balance issues here and there. That's why everybody's like kind of helping me up and that kind of thing. But it's important to me that you know that I'm not drunk because I got sober 4 years ago. No, don't clap. That was only the first time I got sober. Yeah, there's been a lot of trial and error, unfortunately. But I was about, maybe a year sober, and I found out I had this brain tumor the size of a golf ball. That's a kick in the pants, ain't it? Yeah. I had what's called a retrosigmoid craniotomy. Yeah, say that at parties. I think it sounds like something they do to your ass, not your head. And I gotta be honest with you, there are days that I'm not sure they got the right end. People say you got your head in your ass. Thank you. But it left me deaf on one side. I can't walk a straight line. I slur my speech, and I don't know what I did last night. Strange twist of fate. Kind of feels like getting sober was a waste of time. I get to spend my life drunk-ish. Do I look okay? Do I look all right? Yeah? Cool. Yeah, I tried to keep this nice for tonight. It's very difficult in my house to keep things nice. I can't have nice things. I have 4 German Shepherds, 3 sons, 2 cats, and a husband up a pear tree. That's the honest God truth. That's where he goes to get away from us. He goes into the woods. I'm just know one day he's not coming back. But we have 3 boys. We have a 13-year-old and we have 2 22-year-olds. Yeah, the 22-year-olds are not twins. They actually, one of them is my son's best friend that moved in with us years ago. I don't know what the hell happened, man. He was staying on weekends and now he has his own room. And I don't have my craft room rep yet. That's all I'm saying, Manny. But 13-year-old has a genius IQ. Yeah, cool, right? I was actually really shocked when they told us that. Because this is the kid who knocked himself out shaking an evaporated milk can. That's my genius right there. Yeah. When he was little, we taught him math by playing blackjack. And he was really freaking good. I didn't know he was a genius, we just thought we had good parenting skills. The card teaching would come back to bite us in the ass, fast forward to middle school, when he turned middle school lunch into a high-stakes poker game. Yeah. I only found this out because I sent him to school with the usual stuff, the sandwich, the chips, the drink, that kind of thing. He came home with cotton candy, a Red Bull, and a note from the lunch lady that she owed him a favor. I was really pissed, but I'm thinking about taking him to Vegas, to be honest with you, if anybody wants to go. My 22-year-old, he is a mechanic, which I think is so cool. I love having a mechanic in the family. I'm very proud of him. It's kind of one of those things though where like your car doesn't always get worked on, you know what I mean? It's like we own a tattoo shop but I never get in line to get a tattoo, kind of thing. So he likes to work on stuff when he comes home that's fun for him. So like my inspection is 4 months overdue, but our lawnmower, that does 120 on the open road. But he was working on the brake. He was working on my brakes the one day in the driveway, and I'm just like looking at him. I'm like so proud. I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, damn, that kid could kill us all and make it look like an accident. You gotta be really secure in your relationship to let your kid work on your brakes. That's all I'm saying. I just keep reminding him we've got no life insurance, man. You're screwed. He brought home a girl. Her name is Jess. And when I saw her walking down the driveway, I thought, man, she's so beautiful. Look at this girl come into my house. And then she came in, she sat in my kitchen, and she started cussing like an ice road trucker. And then I said, I knew I loved her then. I'm sorry, son, but it's true, you do marry your mother. What can I say? She's part of the family, right? Our other 22-year-old, he is like one of these electronics whiz kind of thing, you know, electronics, computer, that kind of thing. But he's also kind of a dumbass, you know? You know somebody like this. And like they say, if you don't know who it is, it's probably you. He's doing his wash the other day, and he comes down, and I say, hey, why don't you throw in your towels, wash your towels. Goes back up, gets his towels. Hand to God, he says to me, do I put them in the washing machine? I said, no, asshole, go down to the creek and beat him with a rock. And take a Tide Pod in case you need a snack. Honest to God. The problem that I have with this trifecta of testosterone is that they'll get together and they'll come up with these really crazy ideas like, we should do this, we should do that. The genius plans it out. The mechanic builds it. And guess who tries it out? Yeah, the dumbass. We love him, we do. We've seen a lot of emergency rooms. And some police stations too, to be honest with you. We got a thank you note from Palmer Police last year for the overtime. But that's a story for another day. But I want to thank everybody for being here. We have Dave Culver, who used to be our township supervisor and chairman. He is here, and Smitty, they bought a whole table for the event, so this is awesome. We appreciate you. Dave is now owns Piscatella's Home Center. If you didn't know, that's him now. Used to fix the shit in the township, now he fixes the shit in your house. You know, I can't say anything about Smitty's because that's where my son works, and I need him to have a paycheck so that he gets out of my house. So anyway, guys, we want to thank you very much. We appreciate everything that you're doing for tonight. And enjoy yourself and have a great time. And I'm grateful that this is over because it was a year. It was a year coming. So thank you guys very much.